Hi everybody on YouTube, it's Queen Pam Elon QP, and I've got a haul for you today. I went last night with my husband to Ollie's. It's a regional discount place. I know there's one here in Kentucky, and I know there's one in Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't know about where else they are, but it was a really great pack of napkins, and I could not pass it up. And here is, I couldn't resist it. I had to put it right into my journal last night. And it's actually, not only does it look textured, it actually is like an embossed type um, napkin. And the price was right. Plus I had a coupon for 15% off. So that was great. So that was that. I got in an order from the Wish app, so sorry if you guys don't like them. I did not try to buy anything that I knew was branded. So I got this stamp. I got, bring something over so you can see the so I got that. I've not seen anything branded like that. These are bigger than the Tim Holtz tag shaped. That one. And all 6 of these were a set. This one. This one. This one. This isn't big enough for these. But if I bring it up, it's Chinese calligraphy, or their writing, and I wanted it for the little tiny things so I could script with them. Let me see if I can find a piece of paper. Yeah, this will do. There we go. I don't even have to hold that up. So you got that one. And that one. And I haven't seen any of these branded. Don't know which direction it goes, so. And this one for the really tiny writing. Made me kind of excited there. And that's what I got from the Wish. And then from 3 different places, so I don't remember which ones came from which. Retro Art Cafe Gallery. Retro Cafe Art Gallery, I believe, is more correct. Photo Bella. And where was the third place? Not gonna remember. But I saw these Stamperia maxi modes, and also the cream paste. I didn't realize that this wasn't going with those, but those are the hearts. Don't know what the names of them are, I'm sorry. This one with hearts, and on my desk here off to the side are some of these hearts, so you can see what they look like and how big they are. And you can pour them not as deep if you don't want them as thick. And so these were from another mold. That was purses. And I used amazing casting resin with these. And here's the thing about this. I went to Michael's first. I made the mistake, and I bought it at Michael's with a 60% off coupon, which did save me. But at Michael's, instead of being $12.99, it's $22. How does that work? Somebody can sell it for $12, and somebody else is selling it for $22. So when I saw this in Hobby Lobby for $12. I had to buy it. And then I used my 40% off coupon, so it was really good. And also, let me say, I had a full box of this before I went to either place. And don't hoard it, because it was probably 6 years old and it didn't work any longer. So if you buy it, use it. You can see I really did already use it. So that was the first set kinds of things from Stamperia. But then they have these smaller ones, and these smaller ones make almost like a skin, and you get some really, I don't need this because it's got some glue on it to hold them on. This one, and what this one is a feather. This one, gears, time machine. And the cool thing is, you can fill this side with this cream paste, or you can use this side and press it in the clay and get an impression. So either way you want to go. This one, which is flowers and paisley, a heart, and a steampunk one, but I bought it because my dad worked on the railroad and I love trains. Not like Sheldon Cooper, but trains. Butterflies and timepieces, wings to fly. I think that might actually even be what that one is called. Sorry, let me get those out of the way. This one I haven't used yet, but I can see being some cute little elements to add to things. Lace. And when I finish showing you these, I'll show you some of the samples I made. Flowers and leaves. Vine. Some berries. And butterflies and a dragonfly. I'm afraid of them in real life, but I love them in art. And birds. Okay, now let me show you how these come out. One moment. I watched a bunch of videos on these, and this is one made, nope, where's the one? This one is made with the cream paste. One woman who was probably a rep said you could, or either a store owner, said you're only going to get about 4 of these out of this jar. This jar was $8.99, so I'm trying to figure out how can I do it a little different. So I used some Liquitex that's been in my studio forever, light molding paste. Works just as well. It does feel different. This one is more plasticky than this one. I don't know if you can see the difference. There's a smoothness to the cream paste than more so than there is to the Liquitex paste, but by the time I paint them, I'm not gonna care. Another thing is, when you're putting it on, you're supposed to put it on really thick in order to be able to pull it out of the mold. I'm cheap like that. I did do it with the Liquitex because I figured this was, I'm so sure I bought this with a coupon, and so it didn't cost me as much. I also ordered me some more from Nova Color, which is a brand out of California. and it's novacolor.com, and they have like a gallon for $38. I can't say what the shipping is yet because they haven't told me, because that's how their website works. You can ask to be billed, and they'll tell you what the shipping is before they send it. But a gallon of this for $38. $8.99 for 150 milliliters. I mean, and it works. I like it. It worked. It was easier to work with also than this, but I'm cheap like that. So this is how they look like. And then, so being cheap and you have to lay it on thick, I thought, well, I don't believe it. Let's try it thin. So this one I did thin and it wouldn't come out. But in being as frugal as I am, I said, what if I took some matte medium over, like, say, the dry back of that, and then press some tissue paper in it. 2 layers of tissue paper, let it dry, and then I was able to pull it out. There is, like some cracking and whatnot because I tried to pull it out without the paper. So now that says to me, let's do it that way all the time and not use as much product. So that's what I'm going to do. So that was the Stamperia from, I might be able to tell you the third name. It was Photobella and Retro Cafe Art. And the third place was, because I got the receipt still sitting here that I need to, I guess not. I'm not going to be able to tell you where I got the other one from. Yep. I threw it away already. Well, I also got in an order of some of the new stuff from Creativation 2020. It just ended in January, and I got this stamp from Tim Holtz. Almost all of these are Tim Holtz because I ordered when, he released the sneak peeks from Marco's paper. And .3D embossing folder. So I just love those. This is a die that you can, it repeats. There's 2 dies and they both repeat, so you can make small cutouts or you can keep going. And then there's a bunch of feathers. Well, actually leaves, not feathers. And this stamp set here where I can make my own ephemera. This one is a little different because it looks like a background stamp, but it's not. They're actually cut so you can use them individually. But I plan to stamp them in mass so that I don't get them out of order and emboss them and then cut them out later. So that was from Marco's. And then I want to thank the YouTuber Dee Wellingham, or Inky Will, whichever way you know her, for the sale she told me about at Hobby Lobby. And all of these are inks. I think I got 2 repeats. Bluish gray, grayish blue. Yep, and that one. So I got 2 repeats. But these are Amsterdam inks. And you can use them with a brush, with a pointed pen, in a technical pen, and in an airbrush. And I'm thinking airbrush because I do own one. And that would be fun to actually use it instead of just using it to blow alcohol ink around. So we'll give it a shot. I tried to get one of every color, but people had moved them around on the shelves. So that's how I ended up with 2 extra ones. And these are neons. I hope they're coming up that way on your screen. Those were neons. These are that one was also a neon. Looks neon on my screen too. Hope it looks that way on the film. Those. Also at Hobby Lobby, I got this roller for using on my jelly plate. So that is it for the hauls, I believe, unless... Oh, no. I got a whole bunch more. Hold on. I'm coming. I craft in a couple of rooms. I have an office portion of my studio, and then this room where I can have friends come and play. It's where my camera is. The other place was, ooh, not my address. Four Seasons Creative, where I got these Stamperia molds from. So this is another one. And another one. Haven't used those yet. Now those are the thick ones, so they have to be used with the stuff that was ridiculously priced at Michael's. Okay, so from England, from Clarity Stamps, I got these. A dash of D is the line, and you get this girl. I'm gonna pull it out because it's interesting the way they do it. You have the set of stamps. And their stamps are the clear type, but they are really, really dimensional. So that's the stamp. But you also get a mask. And it's pre-cut. It's not just pre-stamped. It's actually cut for you. So you get the girl mask. And you also get a couple of sheets of they're not stickers, so you have to cut them out and glue them yourself with each one. And I got these as like a set of 4 girls, and they ship quick because it didn't take that long. These didn't come from, they now have a operation here in the States, but these didn't. I'm not gonna try and put that back in there while you guys are watching me. And this one, different words and different masks with each one. You'd like to see, I'll pull out the mask and the words because those will be easy to get in. This is the mask I got with this one because there is a fox or a wolf or whatever in the girl. And then this one is Brave. The stamp is called Brave or something like that. It's Brave in there. And got those. I don't want to mix them up, so I am sticking them back in there as best I can. And this one, so cute. Those are the stamps that you get. So the stamps, and this is, she's a mermaid. So, and then what started this journey was they have a YouTube, and on the YouTube they did this stamp, and they used it a little different than I would have thought when she first started talking about it. She stamped ink on it just sort of randomly, and then she took a brayer and evened it out and then stamped the background, and it was so cool. I started this, buying journey. So you got this one because it also was like a set. You get some, I'm not really sure what these are for. but they're in there. I'll have to read up on that. See if I can do it real quick. Nope, it doesn't say. So I'm going to have to figure out what those are for. Clear stamps. Yep. Doesn't say what those are for, but I will figure it out. And then, yeah, and then here's a big one. So I'm going to figure that out. I'm happy about it, I know that. And then you got these 3 little ones to go with the big one. That is way, way cool. That might be to store the stamps on. I don't know. I'm going to go back to their website and figure that out. So that was that. And then I got this stamp set. It's a 3-step stamp, and it also comes with the stencil. Very cool. That's what I liked about them. And then I got an order in from Joggles, and I got Karen. I'm not going to pronounce her name right, so I'm not going to say it. I got her leaves in foam stamps. Dendritic, I think this was called, in foam stamps. And then this one was in foam stamps. And I also got this free from them because of my order. They gave you little sample size paints of Amsterdam. My local art store sells them, so if I like them, I can go there. But I also got the Crafters Workshop stencils. In case you want to know what it's called, you can pause the video. Love butterflies and dragonflies. I think I said that already. Nature's Circuitry. This one. They didn't have them in the 12 by 12 at Jagos, so some of these I'm going to want to get the 12 by 12. And I watched Julie Faye Fan Bowser's stencil video that she has recently, and I have to get a couple more of hers after I haven't watched it. And then there also was one of Jago's own brand of stencils, and it's by that artist, if you can see it, and I think that's going to be cute. So yep, that's it for the hauls, and as always, I thank you for watching. I'll come back and show you some other things later. As always, I leave you in the hands of the Creator. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing.